All right, hey Charles, Jason here. I wanted to create a quick video for you to show you a little bit around Elementor and a little bit around your brand new website just set up. Okay, so when I'm logged in, you're going to see this menu up top up here. You're going to see your website. You can go directly to the dashboard. You can go directly to your theme, which is Astro Pro, your widgets and your menus. Your menus are right here. Widgets will show up on the bottom or on the right hand side, little small widgets there. You can customize your entire website by going to customize right there, or you can create a new post, page, media, templates, all kinds of things right here. Or you can just edit this page, or you can edit with Elementor. Now, I use edit with Elementor, and you're going to be doing both, edit the page and Elementor. So when you do edit with Elementor, Elementor will pull up and it'll give you some information. This is exactly what you're going to be able to do. You have access to tons of information. So this is a header. This is not a page. It's part of the theme. It's the header, and you can change that. You want to go to that link I sent to you on the video and watch that, because you want to watch those videos and learn as much as you can, because this is such a powerful theme. You're going to be able to do so much with this thing. It's awesome. And if you ever get frustrated, make sure you let me know so I can help you get things going. So this right here is called a section, and these whole things is a section. It's a big, big section here. This is another section right here. Inside of this section right here, when you see this little blue arrow pop up in the middle here, that's a section. This is where you can add a whole new section. You can click on here and add box, a full length box, and you can go up here. Oh, you know what? I don't have that turned on. So let me go back and let me get out of this, and I'm going to leave, and I'm going to go to Elementor Pro here and into settings right here. And I'm going to go into advanced, and I'm going to see switch to Elementor enable and highlight and show. Okay. I'm going to save that. And now I'm going to go back and visit the site. Okay, now I want to edit the page. Now I could have done that a number of different ways, but I decided to do it this way. And I'm going to edit this page, and now I'll be able to see right here it pulled this information over. Okay, now you can duplicate that box, which I just put another box in there. It's all I did. I see the copy, the entire information over there, and I can go back here and delete that box. When you add more boxes and this stuff, it'll add. So these are sections you can add in here. And this section right here, if you click on it and just say I got it, this is a spacer right here. So if I want to reduce the space on that, I can just go like that and reduce the space. And it changes the background, because the background of that image is in the background. Now, how do you get to that image background? And it should be, because right up here in Elementor Pro, you're always going to have a layout, a styles, which is, by the way, there's the image right there in the background. If you wanted to remove that and change that, you can go into your media, upload new files, or go in the media, and you can change it, because there's the image right there that they used. Let's say they wanted to change this to, I don't know, let's just change it to this and insert that media. You're going to see that whole background change. Now, the size of this image determines what's going to be there and how it's going to look. So, but I don't like that one, so let's go back to the original one, which is, let's just say you make a mistake and you want to go back. This down here is history, and it's really kind of cool. You can go back here and it will history, and you can see the previous one, and then you can just close it down by going back to back into here and hitting this place right here. Okay, now there you go. So now you can hit the plus button, and you can add new sections. Here is the full width, which is, this is the full width. You can have 2, or if I hit 2, you'll see that there's a box there. It's very similar to this, because there's 2 here too. Now I can go here and I can put a copy and put header up there. Then I can go in top of header, I can add text underneath it. You see how cool that is? Or let's say, for example, I want to put a button underneath that, and there's my button. Okay. There's everything right there I just added. And if I don't like any of that and I want to get rid of this whole section, all I have to do is hit the X and it's gone. Okay. Made a mistake. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Go back up to there, and there it is. So you got the history of your information. Now, that's how you kind of change it. And so whenever you see this little button right here, you can click on it. This will duplicate it. So you got two the same. And then X right there will close it out, okay? Now, whenever you hit this button in here, it goes into the spacer. Well, how did that spacer get here? You can go up to the column up there, and it's called spacer right there. And now you can add it. You see that blue line pops in? You can add another blue line, and there's spacer again right there. And you can add as much space as you want right in that area. Don't want it? Just hit the X. Okay? You want to change the text in here? You want to change that text? You could change the text right here and just hit that and change the text. Okay? When you hit update down here, it will update and change this entire site. Let's say I didn't want to change that text. I want to bring it back. Okay? Now, you can actually save this as a draft or save it as a template. And a template you can export and import anywhere you want. This is very powerful. Let's say, for example, you want to put a form, and I gave you Elementor Pro for forms. You can go right up to here and type in form and drag and drop form right over there. And now you have a form where you can put your email autoresponder right here. And that's what's really cool about this. And how you do that is through here, through actions, and says, what if say I want to use ConvertKit, right? And ConvertKit's right there. And all you have to do that. And then you go down here, and once you get your API set up with ConvertKit, you'll be able to pull in your forms right there. And when somebody enters their email and address and it sends it, you could capture email leads right there, right off your home page. That's pretty cool. And you can hit X and close it out if you didn't want it. There are so many things in here. I don't have time to cover them all. But if you wanted to do an opt-in, like a price box, there it is right there. That's a price box, and you can customize it. Add an image right in there, and you can add any image you want by just, let's just do that one, insert, and there it is. And you want to make the size of that image a little bit bigger. You can make it bigger, okay? And let's say you wanted to put some more, put some padding around it, put more padding around it and break it off and go, I want to see top padding. It'll move it up for you, okay? Let's say I want to do some effects on that. I want to do it on the top. And let's just say I want to do scrolling effects. Okay. And so I'd have to go reset. Let me just reset this. I want to do mouse effects. I know that one a little bit better. This is a brand new feature. So you can actually make it so whenever you mouse over it, the image moves. There are so much you can do here, my man. It's just unbelievable. All the different things you can do. Now I want to center that picture. You can add a link so that somebody wants to click on that picture. It'll link to a different page or a different website or a different affiliate link, whatever you like to do. You can also take your mouse and move the size of that around anything you want right there. And these are just buttons down here. So if I wanted to edit this, I just show this right there, and there's the link to that button right there. And there's actually two buttons in here. There's a start now, which you could hit that, and there's the link. There's obviously nothing in there because there's no link, but you can center that. You can make it left justified, or same with this one over here. You can, left justified, center it, or over here. So there's just two different pieces here. And if you wanted to add another button in there, you could just go in here and add another button like that. And it's underneath here. And what you do is, I have to remember exactly how to do this, but there's a way to make it on one line. And it's about setting the size of the button. And I can't remember exactly how to do it. Anyway, that's an icon on the button. So if I wanted to put an icon like that, it would show up right there. I mean, let me tell you, that is so powerful. I think it's right here. I would add another section in there, and I would just take this and drop it and move it into there. That's what I would do. Now I've got 3 buttons in there if I wanted to do. It just depends on what you want to do. If you don't like it, you can just go in here and say, I want to remove that section, and boom, there it is. Okay? It's all like that. There's it's so much you can do. And so I made that a fixed field, but I'm going to get rid of that so it doesn't show. And then when you go through here, you have so many pieces, and you change the words there, and there's the words. Remember, you got styles. If you want to change the color, you can definitely change the size of that and make it a little bit bigger. You can have change the font, you know, whatever you want as the font. Let's say you want to have it a green, you know, whatever you want as the color. And then you can clear it and make it as a default as the theme color. Again, here's another area, and these are just 3 different sections within there. And inside of there, they've got a headline text, which you can do. There's more text underneath it right here, and then there's another button right there, and you can make the link. This is an extremely powerful theme. And this one here, you want to change the theme or the background of that image. There it is right there. You just change that to a different image in the background, and you can do it. And it says, because they just have a big space right here, and then they put this information so they can see the laptop in the chair. It makes it look nice. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of customizing. If you want to change this picture here, you go into there, go up to here, and there's the picture right there that you can change out. And then you can just edit this to say my story. There it is right there. You can change any of that, make it centered or whatever you want to do from that standpoint. And in here, all right, man, there is so much. We haven't even touched the capabilities of everything you can do. Each one of these are different areas. So for example, let's do one thing. I'm going to add another row here. Oh, here's a really cool thing. I almost forgot. You can add these pages as standalone pages to your site, or you can go up to blocks in here, and you can say, well, what if I want to create a contact right here? And since you have the pro version of this thing, you can do anything you want. I want to add this contact box right here and just insert it right into your page. And boom, that's all done and pre-built for you. Isn't that cool? So let me tell you, you've got a very powerful theme here. And you can go in here and add a different box. Again, I'll go in here and add a different box. And let's say, for examples, I want to do an FAQ. Maybe not. I don't know. Let's just say I want to do stats. I don't know. Let's just throw this in there. See what that looks like. You know what I mean? It just depends on your styles. Now you get all this information where you can put stats in there, and then you just click on it and adjust the stats to what you want to be able to see. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is extremely powerful. Let's say you want an icon in there. Let's just bring it out and see. If you notice there's nothing here, it's because you have to go down to where their section is. Now I've got an icon, and I can change it to, you know, 1.5 stars right there. And let's say I want to bring this thing up. I can go up here and I can take off all of these and just say I want to move this to the top. Okay, and let's go 200. Right, whoops, I put 2000, and it goes up. So if I want to go up to 300, just like that. And then if I want to change the style and the color, I can change the primary color to green, or let's just say red, and there you go, it's red. Well, if you want to make the size bigger, you can make the size bigger. Whatever you like to do. Very powerful. And you can also rotate it right here. See, rotate it to where you want. However you want to do it. Now let's say I want to have the hover color to be green. Okay, now when I click over top of it, it's red and then green. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. There are so much things that you can do in here. It's amazing. So now let's say you wanted to add another section, and let's say we added a full section, and in here you can drop inside of there more sections inside of there, so that you can go in there and add the text editor in that one. And let's say I want to go over here and add an image over here, just like this, and then I'll go over and grab another image, and let's just throw that in there and insert. And now you've got that image in there, and says, well, I want to put a text underneath that, and whoops, the text went up top. That's okay. I can grab that and move it over here and drag and drop it. I'm not doing any programming. All I am doing is dragging and dropping it, and everything is here. So if I want to be able to see this in mobile, boom, it's all in mobile. And it usually comes in here and says if it's too big, you don't like that, the changes you do here on here will not be affected on desktop. Okay, you see everything's left justified. When you go back to mobile, it's centered. Okay, so your mobile is a different deal. That's way too big for mobile. So then you go in here and you can reset that and make it a smaller size. Well, if you say I want to make it a little bit bigger, I can make it a little bit bigger. Whatever you'd like to do. And then when you go back to desktop, it's still the same size on desktop. Pretty cool, pretty neat. Okay, man, I could sit here and show you all kinds of things you can do here. Now, I'm not going to update this because I don't want to mess up your home page. But if you want to preview it, you just click on this button and it'll preview your changes. Now, see, there's the changes I just made right there. So that's just a preview. Now you can edit that. That means you'd have 2 edit buttons go on, but I don't need to do that. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much Elementor Pro. Man, it is a powerful, powerful, powerful plugin. Okay. And I haven't even touched the basis of everything that you can do. Let's say, for example, you want to do an animated header. This is what I would do. And let's just add that in here. That's not the one I was looking for, but let's just drag in and animated this one here. Okay, yes. That's still not the one I wanted. There are so many of them in here. It's unreal. Okay, advanced heading, fancy heading. That's what it was. Let's do that one. Yes, this is it right here. Okay, so I am amazing. Right here is when you do this, you can say top. I can say whatever, and I can take designer off and do that. And let's say I want to make that, and I want to go in here and do styles and have the first color to be green and then the fancy text to be in, let's just do red. So now I'm in red, and you can say, well, maybe I want to do, keep clicking too many times. I want to do this in a larger font. Okay, move the whole thing, and I want to do this into, I don't know, there's tons of fonts that you can do. Now you got a fancy headline. Well, if you want to put that inside of here, you certainly could. Just drop it inside of there, you know, wherever you want to put it. You can spend hundreds and hundreds of hours learning how to use this tool. Okay, I'm going to exit out of here, and to exit out, you just exit. But there are also pre-templates you can set up in here too. So let me just exit out. I'm going to leave and not save any of this. Okay, now this is your dashboard. Obviously, you know about posts, media, plugins, comments. There's forms that you can do. There's Elementor. There's templates. You can save templates. You really want to go and start learning how to use this thing. I've already installed pretty much all the plugins you need. There will be probably other ones that you're going to get eventually. Tools. This is part of just regular WordPress for the tools. But you've got export data, you got personal data, you got settings in here. What I would do right now, and let's go to the reading, and let's turn off and discourage search engines from finding you until your site is completely set up with all your content. You do not want to have your Google crawling your site with duplicate content out there, and that's what this site would be, is duplicate content, until you update and fix this home page and what you want to do and what you want to see. So this is just kind of a short video to show you a little bit about it. Now customize, I want to go into customize just yet. So when you go into customize, there are, again, and this gets really kind of challenging because you have to figure out which is the theme controlling and which is Elementor controlling the actual page. So your layout right here, you got all these different features you can do for your header, your site identity. You can change your theme, your logo, and have a different logo up top there if you wanted to, right there, and you'll be able to see it. It's not a good logo because it doesn't show up there. But if you did, you want to do that. Oh, is this the retina? Oh, that's the retina. I'm sorry. So let me just remove that and say logo right here. And let's just put that in there. Select. And now you can crop that logo and make it bigger and say crop. And it should show up right here. There it is right there. Okay. And that's your logo. And there are so many different things. Oh, I want to show you something else that's really cool with this thing. Well, let me get through this first. But there's all kinds of different things you can do in here. You can change the type, the fonts in anything you want to make them standard for your entire theme. You got blog. You can change anything on the blog side. You got buttons, theme buttons, and this is where you can set the standard colors for all your buttons. And when it uses an element or two, your header buttons, all of that information that's right there. Menus, so that's this menu up here. You can actually show the main menu up here. There's also another way to get to menu, and I'm not going to save any of this, is if you go back into here, and there's menus right there, you can actually go into appearance and then menus right here. And here's what's really cool. Let's say, for example, you can actually okay, how come I'm not seeing this? Maybe I don't have it turned on. If I go back into appearance, theme, Astra options right here, these are all your active deals, and nav menu is turned on. So I'm not sure why. I'd have to figure it out here why it's not on. These are all the additional advanced features you have with this new plugin, and it's under the Astra options right here. Now if you wanted to change themes and change your website, you have all plus 100 different templates that you could choose from and to be able to load on your site. These are tons and tons of different themes. Now it would overwrite the theme you currently have, but these are all the different ones, and I showed you what I can do too with that. This is a $400 package that you just have now. So, and that's what you get when you come in with my hosting like this. Okay, so now I was going to go back into menus, and I wanted to find out. Not sure why I don't have that. It's a way to have the menu as a mega menu, and you can set up a mega menu. And I'm doing something wrong. I just don't know what it is. I can't remember how to set it up. Anyway, I'm going to save that because I didn't do any changes to it. And it should have a mega menu in here where you click on it and you can set it up. So anyway, there's tons and tons of stuff. So that's kind of a quick overview of what it looks like. You wanted some analytics. There's a Google Analytics plugin. If I was you, I would go ahead and install it and then just go to Google Analytics, and it'll find it right here. There it is right there. Let me just go ahead and install it. But you're going to have, and then you want to activate it. You're going to have Google Analytics and set up the analytics. There it is right there. You'd have to go into settings and connect this to your Google Analytics. And as long as you have it set up, it will work. And then you can authorize this plugin, and you can get all of the details of how many people looked at your site, what the traffic was, and all of that. So there are a lot more things you can do here on this site. Let me just show you one other quick thing. If you wanted to create like an opt-in page, you can create with Elementor. Let me just make this an opt-in, and it could be any name. It doesn't have to be this name. And I would go in here and say no slider, and I would just leave that the way it is, and then underneath here just disable everything like this, and then say publish, because this is just a page. It doesn't go live. You won't be able to see it anywhere. And then you want to edit with this with Elementor, and this is going to be your opt-in pages. Okay, so now you see there's no menu, there's no nothing in here, right? So now if you wanted to create a page, what I normally do is go right to here, and then I can actually upload an image. Let me just go capture an image that's really, really cool. Let's just try, let me just go grab an image from my images here. I got so many plugins, it's unreal. And let me just go here. We'll do this one right here. Okay, and we're going to insert this image, and it didn't do it. I'm not lying to you. So let's do it this way. How come it's not showing up? That's fine. That's fine. Full page. Okay. Canvas. What am I doing wrong here? I don't need title. So let me just delete this and go to global settings. No, I'm pretty sure it's this here. I've done this a number of different times. Let me just add this image and let's publish this. And let me take a look. Ah, it's blank. Okay, so that didn't do it. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing it wrong. I got to go into styles here, add this image, insert. There it is. Okay, cool. Now, when you add more text to this, let's say you want to add this as a form, and now you just bring in your form here, and then you're going to want to add some space, add a space above the form. And so, hey, I want to bring that form down, or let's just do this. Let's close all this out. Let's create a new box inside of there. Okay, just like that. And I want to make that box a little smaller, like that right there. Okay, and now I want to do my form, and full RM, drop it in to there. Now it's in there. Now I can, is this a space? I'm not sure if that's a file, but this is it here. So I can go in here and add more space above the form. So I can put some spacer in there and drop it whenever I want, just like that right there. And let's just say, for example, I want to make the background of this right here. Let's just do the background, and let's just make it a little darker and then transparent. Okay, so you can kind of see the background. And then if you want to add a title above this, you can add a title there, and then you can add text. You see where I'm going here? I just saved you $100 a month by doing your own form here, and you can actually add and do your own opt-in. And there's so much more we can do here. Let's say, for example, I want column width, field. There's lots of things you can do here. I'm just going very fast, and I can shrink that down, or if I don't want to go that, I can do bring the top back up to there, bring the bottom up, but I can shrink this down so it's smaller, and I would do same over here as 70, so it brings it down so you can see more. There's so much more. I haven't even come close to what you can do here. And then you can go into the form itself and just show the name itself and say, hey, I want to make it a required. If you don't want to see the label, you can just get rid of the label there, and that will be the name. And the same with the email. I'll get rid of the label up there and do the same with the message. Or if you don't want the message, you can just say there's name and email right there. And if you want to put more padding, it's all about the padding, remember? So I did the padding, and I don't remember where, right here. So let's just add 70 here, 70 there. Whoops. 70 right there. Now you've got your padding up there. Now you just we have to play with it. You see what I mean? And so go back over here, go into backgrounds again, style, maybe it's too dark. Okay, see, I've got something wrong for my background. So I did something wrong, but anyway, I'm trying to go too fast. I would show you what you're going to do. Then you can link this form directly to your autoresponder in the contents, and so there, and say I want to do you've got all these different ones here, ConvertKit, and then right there, and then underneath here you just connect your ConvertKit to here, and now you have an opt-in page. Now you can use this as a squeeze page, have people send traffic to this page, enter their name and email, and then they redirect and go into here and say redirect, boom, and there's the redirect link right there to your affiliate offer. I just saved you $100 a month because now you don't need ClickFunnels. You just built your own opt-in page. Now if I update this and view this, and let me show you what it looks like. Boom, it's like that. So basically it is, I'd have to go get the original page name, but that's what it looks like. And you have no header, you have nothing in there. You probably want to add some your terms and service and all that underneath there, and that's just a page. Pretty cool, huh? And so you can do stuff like that. Now I'll leave this in here for you, and basically it's just called opt-in, and it's right in here in your pages called opt-in. You scroll down, there it is right there. And then you can view it by right clicking and open a new tab, and there it is again. Or if you want to close it down and edit with Elementor right there, or you can edit the page itself. So this is the page, and you can see how I set that page up. I just disabled all of the page settings, so there's no theme controlling it, only Elementor is controlling the page. Okay, and then you can actually change the name. You can change the permalinks right there, whatever you want, and you're set. Actually, we need to go into your settings and change permalinks. So let me go ahead and do that because your permalinks don't look correct. And we're going to save that permalink there. That's what we want. We want to have that as a permalink. Save it twice. Now when I go back up to my pages and I go down here and I look at opt-in, and if I view that page, now you're going to see opt-in. So now there's your normal opt-in. That's just with the permalinks. All right, so Charles, man, I've got so much here for you to learn and do. Here's your Google, well, that's the web forms, and here's your Google dashboard. But when you set this up, you can reorganize this page to wherever you want. And if I want to bring that over here, make it so it's nice, and you can drag and drop these things. Sometimes you can drag and drop them. You have to figure out where. There it is. Drag that there, and you can drag wherever you want to see on your screen. And so it's easier to see these things in here. These are just quick ways of seeing your statistics and your information on WordPress. Okay. You're going to want to make sure your plugins are updated. And so if you see something that needs to be updated, go ahead and update it. Now be careful. If you update something and it messes up your website, that can happen because they may be a different version and they weren't tested correctly. And so it could mess it up. Not a big deal. I can go back and fix that anytime that happens. All right, so this is getting kind of long, but I wanted to give you a video and run through majority of this stuff. There's so much more I haven't touched base with you. Hopefully this helps. Let me know. Catch you later, buddy. Thank you.